Hey everybody, it's Doug. Welcome back to yet another board game channel and yet another round of Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition. The Gangs of Arkham scenario. Well, that last episode, huh? How badly did things go there? Finn is officially insane. If we want to win, he has to have a spell on him. Fortunately, we do have a spell. We just have to get it to him. He is also restrained. He can't move. Harvey is stunned and has rather a lot of horror on him. And Min is surrounded by flames. So, and apparently we have one turn. I can't imagine it means game over in one turn, because, well, the police are coming. Maybe we're just going to get to run away and regroup somewhere. God, I hope so. Anyway, let's get into it. We're going to start. We're going to keep going after that stupid hunting horror, because it's just going to keep going after us. And given the way things are going, well, evading is not going to work, is it? Given the very poor agility that we're getting. So, yeah, let's start with Harvey. He's got one action. We'll see if he can do some damage to this thing. Alright, here we are. Harvey's one action. Let's choose the monster. It's only got 2 hit points left. Still has himself a firearm. It's another agility. Your body and mind grow numb as the reality of the situation sinks in. You level the firearm at the creature and pull the trigger. Got to do an agility check. He has 2, and we need 2 successes. No clues. Wouldn't matter. We're in the dark. Nope. Let's see. If you fail, the weapon's report sounds muted as if you were underwater and everything feels unreal. Suffer 1 face down horror. Okay, that puts Harvey at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 horror. He has 2 sanity left. We really need to find something that's going to help us. Still, end of his turn. No longer stunned. So that means it's up to Finn, who can't move, but can shoot, as he has the .38 revolver. So for his first action, we are going to attack with a firearm. The creature roars, and as you pull the trigger, your weapon roars back. I'm going to test his will. We need 2 successes. His will is 4. He no longer has that. Yeah, he had a horror card that dropped it by 1, but that's gone away because he went insane. So, gonna roll 4, and we need 2 successes. Oh Lord. If you fail, the noise overwhelms you, and your focus and aim fall apart. Alright, well, let's give it another go. Although, if we've got 1 turn left, that thing's gonna... maybe it's gonna go away? I'm thinking about maybe picking up the pocket watch again. You know what? It's for puzzles. We're okay on puzzles. Everybody's got rather good observation. Yeah, just in case it hangs around even longer, we are going to attack with a firearm again. In 1 swift motion, you raise your weapon and fire. Unwilling to waste a moment, you let instinct guide your aim. I'm going to test his agility of 3, and we need 2 successes. No, he has no clues. Right, he can't use them. So, do I use the gambler's dice? It would turn this blank, and he'd get to re-roll the other two. That's extremely unlikely, so yeah, we'll hold on. Well, we won't use the gambler's dice in case we need to use it during the mythos phase. It is impossible to kill this hunting horror. It is, in fact, invulnerable. That's all there is to it. It's unbeatable. Alright, Min is next, and she is surrounded by fire. Okay, Min is going to try to douse some flames as she moves. Yeah, going to use the douse flames action. Going to roll her agility, and for each success she gets, she can move and put out one flame in the space she passes through. She can still only go through 2 spaces because that's maximum movement. That's okay. She's got an agility of 4. We need to give her the gun. Okay, 2 successes, which means she spends 1 there and another 1 there. I don't think she gets to move 1 more though, because that's the flames. It's not a proper move action. So for her second action, well, I would love to move her into there to prepare to fight this thing, should we be stuck here for another turn. But if I do that, it's just going to attack her as well as the guys. And she'll have to do a horror check. So we're just going to move 1 more and prepare for her to bust in next turn if she has to. Although I suspect something big is going to happen now during the mythos phase. Alright, here we go. What awaits us? The fire spreads out of control. Place fire in a space adjacent to a space containing fire. Well, we're not going back into the hotel. So we'll have the fire spread down there. Fire spreads. You flee the scene before the police arrive. Clear the board. So we're just going to wipe everything and apparently end up somewhere else. Well, let's just see what it is, and then I'll clear it after. The next day, you decide to question some members of the O'Banion gang about their possible involvement in the murders of Easttown. You talk to your contacts and learn that members of the O'Banion gang like to hang out at the Wolf's Den, a swanky club in downtown Arkham. You decide to wait until evening to rest up from your late night and increase your chances of finding someone at the lounge. Each investigator may flip 1 damage face down or discard 1 face down damage. Okay, everybody's damage is face down. So, Min's going to get rid of 1, leaving her at 1 damage. Finn gets rid of his only 1. And Harvey gets rid of 1, leaving him at 2 damage. Okay, well, that's nice. Small respite. You arrive downtown at the bandstand in Independence Square at dusk. You can just make out the shape of Founders Rock to the east. To the south is a small pond populated by a collection of ducks. Place the bandstand and park pond tiles as indicated. Okay, time to do some cleanup. Through the magic of editing, I will be back in a moment. Okay, there we go. Bandstand and park pond. Before going any further, I've juggled possessions around a little bit. It seems, I don't know if it says anywhere in the official rules, but it makes sense to me that time passes, clearly, and we rested and everything. So I consider that a fair opportunity to have everybody trade a little bit of stuff. If that's not official, well, I'm house ruling it because it makes logical sense. So, Min and Harvey traded the scalpel and the derringer because clearly the derringer, the guns in general, require rather a lot of agility checks. And she's got 4 agility, not to mention 6 clues. So I want her holding on to that. Finn is now holding on to the implant suggestion spell. Because he needs it. I imagine him sort of just begging Harvey, like, come on man, please let me hold. Can I please have the spell? I need the spell. Because he's a little bit crazy. I also gave some of the evidence for Harvey to hold, the photographic evidence in the old journal, because it seems marginally more logical for him to have that stuff. He's the brains of the outfit, probably, so he can have a look at those. All right, having done that, we now have yes, Independence Square, bandstand, and apparently a duck pond. What else do we have? Okay, your group meets up at the bandstand. Place figures, well, it's a very large space. They're in that space there. What else do we have go on? Ah, an older gentleman is out for a stroll, whistling a tune as he walks. When he hits a high note, you think you can hear the sound of a wolf howling in the distance. Place the person token as indicated. How quickly can I find that token? There it is. Okay. Oh good, someone else. A young girl plays on the bandstand. And yet someone else, a dark-haired woman, I can talk to her right away, sits at a small folding table reading a book that is glowing with a soft greenish yellow light. In the light from a park lamp, you can read a handwritten sign on the front of the table. Fortunes told, 10 cents. This is Anna Caslow. Oh wow, park is packed. Yes, an older woman sits on a park bench by the pond. There we are. A younger woman is feeding ducks by the pond. The park is bordered on 2 sides by streets, so we're going to get some site tokens here and here. Okay, now we're back into the investigator phase. Well, as we are on this tile, it says an investigator in the bandstand may reveal the adjacent areas. We might as well see what else there is, get as much map up as we can, so we have an idea of where to be looking. Just going to double check that token. Investigator in the bandstand or the park pond may reveal. Okay, well, we're going to reveal more map because why not? A busy street runs the length of the park. So we'll discard that and place Street 1 and Street 2. Right, there we go. Oh, street turns a corner. Yes. So can't see it's there until we step onto that tile. And yes, there are more people. A boy of about 10 stands on the street corner selling newspapers. You can hear his call about last night's main headline. Extra, extra, read all about it. Another 2 men murdered last night. Police suspect gang activity. This is the newsie. Yes, I figured that. A door leads into a shop with the creative name of general store. A little bit of sarcasm from the game. A sign in the front window reads, "Out of business," yet you notice the newsie opening the store's door for the occasional passerby. Oh, really? A sign above a door reads, "Spellbound. Place an explore token," as indicated. All right, that is that. And we might as well see what's up there as we are on the appropriate tile. Reveal. A busy street runs the length of the park. We will place two different street corner tiles and walls as indicated. Back in a sec. Okay, more street along the top. A grimy alleyway winds its way away from the parkside streets. So, site token there. The door leads to a multi-story building. Lettered on the door are the words, "Humphrey Court Apartments." Oh, I think that's where Alice and the waitress both stay. I never found out her address, though, because I didn't think it was important at the time. An empty, unkempt lot sits fallow, awaiting development. And that is it. All right, so now we will think about our investigators' next moves. Okay, we're going to start with Harvey. I'm going to do some stuff I've been trying to do for like the last 5 turns and start poking around this evidence that we picked up, because there's probably some important stuff in there. So we'll start with the photographic evidence. So we'll go into the app, choose stuff in our bag, and choose the photographic evidence. Right, received these crime scene photos from the Arkham Gazette press worker Ben Marlowe. Examine the photos as an action. We will do so. The photos show that the victim appears to have been mauled to death as if by an animal. One particular photo stands out to you. It shows a bloody footprint on the floor outside of a pool of the victim's blood. The footprint appears to have been made by a person moving through the pool of blood towards the window, and its shape appears to be that of a woman's heeled boot. Gain 1 clue. Okay, this is seeming like very much like it's our detective. I'm feeling very, very strongly about this at this point. Right, you gleaned all you can from these photos on it just to check. And then for his second action, Harvey is going to look at the old journal in the victim's suitcase. As you flip through the pages of the book, a card falls out and to the ground. When you pick it up to inspect it, you see it is a business card for the Rough and Tumbler, a speakeasy located just down the street. Yes, been there. Scribbled on the back is a series of letters that appear to be completely random. You suspect it might be some kind of code that, if cracked, will provide you with a password. Oh. You attempt to decipher it. Tap to attempt the puzzle using lore, which Harvey has 4. Well, we're committed to doing it. We're going to go ahead and might as well try a few times, but it was the password to get into the speakeasy. We got in eventually. So, yes, let's just go ahead and, well, if we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess. Okay, so there are 2. 2 greens. No yellow. Let's do that, and oh, there we go. We got one more guess. 2 Two in the right place, two in the wrong place. Okay, let's say doop, 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 doop. No, it was probably the other way around. Well, that's all we can do, and we're not going to pursue that further, because we know what that is, and it's something we don't need anymore. But yeah, I think we need to go off to the apartments and track down the detective. It very much looks like it's her. So, I wonder if we should talk to any of these people before we go. I'm thinking maybe talking to our little fortune teller here might give us something good. Yeah, it seems that we might get a spell or something. So, yeah, let's have Finn for his first action. All right. Can you tell me where I would find the wolf's den? Or I would like you to tell me my fortune. We can find the wolf's den on our own. We just wander around a bit. Actually, I wonder if it's in that nondescript place. I suppose we should probably split up and look for stuff. Like it turned out real well last time, but there's a lot of ground to cover. So, okay, let's ask for a fortune. Finn is going to ask. Certainly, Anna says, closing her book. She takes out a deck of tarot cards. I sense that you are occupied with an important task. I believe I can help you. She lays out 8 cards on the table in front of you. Arrange these cards however you please. You feel a strange compulsion to place the cards in a particular order. Tap to attempt the puzzle using lore. He's only got a lore of 3, and it's going to be, yes, one of these. Okay, so okay, I was reminding myself we can only swap with something that is nearby. We can't just trade things. Well, there's a skull. There's okay, 1, 2, 3. They give us that. And we're going to close because that's all he's got. Oh, I wonder if this is worth it now. Okay, I'm probably a fool for doing it, but we're going to try once more. I'm going to move another 3. Let me just look at this for a minute, and then we'll come back. No, I think I can see what the completed puzzle is, and it's going to take forever to do it. There's 3. It's going to take another 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's going to take another few turns. So we're going to leave that be. Maybe we'll let Harvey have 1 poke at it after. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, so after wasting Finn's actions, it's time for Min. Well, she is the one who found out about where the detective might live. So I think we are going to send her off to the Humphrey Court apartments. So for her first action, 1 and 2 for a move. And then for her next action, we are going to explore the apartment. A long hallway stretches out before you. It has numbered doors at intervals down each side. We're going to place the entry hall tile. Okay, there we go. This door is numbered 101. We don't know which one she's in. A set of mailboxes is mounted to the wall. Oh, maybe we can figure it out like that. Mailboxes are labeled with names of residents of the building, though they do not have apartment numbers on them. Shoot. Thought we had that figured out. And here we have room 102. And let me guess. Oh no, that would be room 103. But the door to your left is labeled exit. You may move one space into the explored area. We will do so. Alright, I think we're just going to do one more Mythos phase and then call this an episode. Even though the first turn didn't take very long, this second turn has been rather lengthy given all the setup and exploration. So we're going to do one Mythos phase and see what happens. Picking his way carefully forward, Harvey Walters puts a wrong foot and steps on an old rusty nail. Suffers 1 face-down damage. Negate with agility, of course, -1, and then we flip 1 damage face up. Okay, relocating camera. Alright, here we go. Harvey, that means he's rolling 1. He does have a clue now, though. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and use it, because Harvey does not have a whole lot of health. So we're going to prevent, yeah, we're going to spend the clue, get a success, prevent that damage. We still have to flip 1 face up, though. Can't remember if I know what either of these is. Grievous injury. You clutch at the wound, and your hand comes away red with blood. Suffer 1 additional face-down damage, then flip this card face down. Well, he got another damage anyway. That's 3 out of his 5. And that is it for that. So we are going to save and quit. Well, that was marginally better. At least we didn't... At least nobody actually died. Like it looked like they were going to before. I got so much to look at. It's hard to know where to go. Well, I think Min's on the right track, going to the apartments. Not sure what the boys should do. I'll have to think about that. If they want to just tag along or keep exploring. And do we want to bother finishing that puzzle? Well, we'll see next time. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos, both on YouTube and Board Game Geek. I appreciate it. And we will see you next time for yet another round of Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition. So long.